Superman cannot turn into Cosmic Armor Superman. Okay? Let's talk about it. There's a lot of people in the comments that tend to just spout stuff off and they scream stuff, but that's because they don't know that all of these transformations or these iterations that y'all see these characters in, it is circumstantial. It is situational. Sometimes it's not even the same universe with how you see an iteration of a character. For instance, Superman cannot just turn into Milkman. That is not Superman. That is a different iteration of a Superman in a whole nother universe. Superman cannot turn into Superman Prime 1 million. That is not how that works. Superman cannot turn into Cosmic Armor Superman. That is not how that works. Stop screaming that. Batman cannot turn into the Batman who laughs. This was something that happened in another universe. Man cannot turn into the Darkest Knight. Even Mobius chair Batman. Batman cannot just get on the Mobius chair. He doesn't have it. The Mobius chair was going to kill him if he used it for too long. It started eating his metabolism. Spider-Man cannot just turn into Captain Universe. He doesn't have the Unipower. Okay? The fact that I have to explain this is crazy because it's just that a lot of y'all are kids or young and y'all don't understand circumstantial or situational events that happen in comics. So you just think that these characters can do this or turn into this or turn this on or turn into that. No, that's not the case. Thor and Wanda. You always say, well, if you're going to use an amped up version of these two, then why don't we use amped up versions of the other? That's the thing that you don't realize. These powers and these amazing abilities that these characters have is them in their base form. These are just powers that they have. They are not amped. These are their natural powers now. So it is not a thing of we're using amped versus, non-amped. No, we're using base for base. Just so happens that's the reason why these guys win majority of the time, because they are just astronomically more powerful at the moment. When we do a versus battle, we talk about them in a normal state, what you see on the regular, unless we are specifically talking about a different time frame or a different iteration of this character of another universe. That's when you add in all this other stuff. But unless we are talking about them in those states, we are talking about them in their base forms, current forms, and what you see.